Thanks, Nancy. And yeah, we just got that recording started. That's good. But anyway, welcome everybody to our Saturday Zoom. Once again, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Dave Jordan. And I want to thank everybody that took the time today out of their busy Saturday to check out this Zoom. But today is actually going to be a pretty cool Zoom because I have my good friend on and one of my business partners, Casey Amundsen. And he's going to be giving you more updates like he did 2 weeks ago with Collectaway, a movement that is just getting ready to absolutely explode. We've had over 1 million clicks in 60 days on videos that Casey and Mandy, his assistant, have told me to put together. And those kind of numbers have led to some incredible, incredible things. So without further ado, Casey, I know your boy's playing in a major tournament. Thank you for taking time out. I know this is important, everybody. Give us a little bit of tidbits of what's going on with Collectaway, because that's what we're going to talk about mostly today. And then we'll get you back to your hockey game. So without further ado, come on, Case.
Awesome. Hey, Dave. Hopefully, can everyone hear me okay? We're good to
Absolutely.
go? Awesome, awesome. Well, Dave started off and he said, if you don't know who I am, I'm Dave Jordan. Everybody should know who Dave Jordan is because this guy is incredible. And I'll tell you what, it's been so much fun because, I've gotten to work closely with Dave over the last 6 to 8 months and create some really, really cool content with him. I'm going to go into that in a second. But Dave, just kind of really backing up for a minute. So I was on a few weeks ago. I've been traveling a little bit since then. Over this last week, I was in Kansas City. And as soon as I touched down in Kansas City, the first person I thought of was you. And the second person I thought of was Patrick Mahomes, because I know that you have one of the biggest collections in the world of Patrick Mahomes. And of course, there was, jerseys everywhere from the Super Bowl and all the craziness there. But I thought about you the whole time I was in Kansas City. And then I flew over to Green Bay, and I'm actually in Green Bay, Wisconsin right now. By the way, these are the nicest people in the whole world that live here. So we're in Green Bay right now. And of course, drive on the way to the hockey rink. I'm driving by Lambeau Field, which is just iconic. And all of the people, Bart Starr, but there's so many of them. Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, of course, are more modern day guys. But there's been so many great stars that have played there. And of course, I thought of you again because there was some memorabilia stuff going on here this weekend as well. And I know that you have some of the best collections when it comes to Packers as well. And so, it's just fun to see. But guys, just kind of circling back again, thanks for having me on. Happy to be here. Dave kind of said it. We launched this Collectaway and we put these videos together. And it was so interesting. Whenever I tell Dave put these videos together, I said, Dave, always just be yourself. And all he does, this is what's so unique. And anybody can do this, especially in Collect Direct right now. You can get off your phone and do this as soon as this 30-minute segment is over today. And all Dave does is get on there and tell stories about these cards, these collectibles that he owns. And he does it with enthusiasm, passion, and people are naturally just gravitate towards him. And I say, Dave, I only ask a couple things when you do it. I want you to be yourself, and number two, at the end of the video, I want you to ask the audience a question. And naturally, of course, we ask a question because we want to engage people. We want to see what people's thoughts are. So whenever Dave puts up these videos, if you see him on Collectaway, he'll always ask the questions or say, hey, who do you think is going to win this? Or, who is your favorite? Or, what are the case? And he gets all this engagement. And then we look at all his inbox, and it just gets flooded with comments and questions and oh, Dave, and naturally people engage, right? And it's so awesome. So, he hooks them with something really big, a story, hooks them with, the big thing. I got to tell you about this card and showcase it. And then he always tells them the backstory, maybe how he acquired it or what it means to him. And I think that's so cool in collectibles because really that's what we do is all these pieces have some type of value to us. And that's why we connect with them. And so, we can all take a play out of Dave's book and when we get on there and we try to build our businesses, it's just being able to tell a story and showcase these products. And the best thing about it is you can literally go on Collect Direct and you can find literally tens of thousands of items on there that you can begin telling stories about. And that may have some meaning to you, even though you don't own the collectible. And people naturally gravitate towards that when you start telling stories. And I say, Dave, the second thing is, let's always keep it relevant to the time. So, we launched this giveaway and we had the Caitlin Clark thing on there. You had the Patrick Mahomes or the Super Bowl. If it's relevant and people are talking about it right now, with the NFL draft last night, there's so much noise in the whole NFL about, everyone's, either super excited or, mad because they didn't get a guy, whatever the case. but being able to talk about this stuff online right now because it's relevant and relevant right now in the market, and people will naturally engage with it. So I think that's those are two really valuable things that we can take from is really strong storytelling, a call to action, and keep it relevant to the time what's happening in the marketplace today. So that always works. It always garner attention, and I always say be consistent. Don't do it just one day. Do it consistently. Consistency is everything when it comes to social. All right, so a couple, Dave. I just want to tell a couple stats. You've had literally over 2 million views on across all platforms, across the videos you posted. And by the way, you guys, those are organic views, right? So these are people that are sharing, commenting, and the algorithm is pushing this out to more people based off of how people are engaging with it, right? So if you're going to get on and tell a story, be excited. Connect with people, but have a couple million people view it. We've had over 11,000 people sign up already, and we received their email. 94% of those people recognize themselves as an avid or a collector, and a seasoned collector, an avid collector. So these are people that are passionate about collecting something. It's not necessarily always sports. It could be a variety of things, but they're collectors. And one thing about collectors is they love seeing the next thing. They love seeing what other people have, and they love hearing the story. And so, we're seeing that with some of the marks that we're getting in our comments, our feeds, and our private messages, and our emails. And so that's really cool. That list, Dave, just so you know, we're going to build that list. We got a little over 11,000 people right now. We're going to build that to over 100,000 people in the next 6 months. So that list is going to grow, and someday it'll be over 1 million people. And we are going to leverage that list to bring all these people that said, hey, not only do I love collectibles, but I also want to make money off sharing something I'm passionate about. So we're going to bring that list over to CollectDirect, just like we talked about. So not only you can leverage it, but all these people on this call can leverage that data as well. So that will be exciting. And we're going to continue to grow that. We just started that, and we're already at 11,000 people. So super excited there. A couple other things, we continue to innovate. So as you guys can tell on the Collectaway side, it's a little bit more of a experience where it engages you once you're on the website. And I think that there's a lot of tools that we're going to provide you guys in the future here that are going to come down the pipe that all of you can use to actually share those through a link and showcase what you want to showcase very easily, but make it more of an interactive experience. We've done that with Collectaway, and we're gonna help you do it as well. So Dave, that's just a few updates that I have. Obviously, I know that you're adding things into the vault. You got so much going on, and every time I step on the phone with you, Dave, one thing that's really interesting is you always say, well, Casey, I don't know if I have this, or and you bring out something new every single time, and it's absolutely amazing. And so I'm always surprised when I get on the phone with you. Last thing, the people that win these giveaways are actually, a lot of people say they'll look at a private message. Is this a scam? Is this for real? And Dave, there's one story that's really, and I can't remember the exact specifics because Mandy was helping us with it. It might have been a Connor Bernard card, I think, or something that needed to be sent out. And
Patrick Mahomes, that top rookie.
Okay, Patrick Mahomes. You guys wouldn't believe this. We had this giveaway going, and Dave's like, I'm giving away Patrick Mahomes in this. And I go, Dave, are you really gonna do that? I'm gonna sign up to win this thing, right? And no, Casey, you can't sign up to win this, but I'm giving this away to someone. So contest ends. We always get on. We announce the winners. Dave will read them off, right? He'll announce who he's giving it to. We email the people from an email address that ends in collectaway.com, so they know it's not a scam. Well, he's giving away such crazy stuff. People are like, sometimes they get leery because of everything that happens in the marketplace. Well, come to find out, we gave this card away, Dave, and the guy never responded. Okay, so it's at least $1,000 card. Probably way more than that, right? So this guy is not responding. I'm like, I just don't get it. Who would not want that card? And I said, well, you know what, Dave? We'll keep it. We'll do it on the next giveaway. He goes, no, somebody won that card. We're contacting them, Casey. We're gonna get a hold of them. And I said, okay. Well, let's get Mandy on it, and we'll make sure that we get a hold of this person. So one thing led to another. Within the next 24 hours, coming back, and Mandy goes, hey, we got a hold of this person. This guy was absolutely blown away that we had went so far to make sure that he won this extremely valuable card from Dave Jordan. And couldn't wait to go and tell the world that this actually happened. Was super excited about it. And, it was super refreshing. But there's just a really cool story, Dave. I wanted to share because I know you're excited. I was about making money, but you're always very generous, and I think that people are naturally gravitate towards that. So thanks so much for having me on today.
So, Casey, yeah, one thing before you leave, I know Casey's boy's in a major hockey tournament in Wisconsin. I can't wait to be buying his young guns. I'm telling you right now, the kid's gonna make it. Defenseman. He's got 3 points yesterday. And here's the thing, Casey. When I came on this call, I said we had 1 million hits on clicks. You say we got 2 million. Well, that's just even better yet. I mean, it's so mind-boggling how that works. But here's my point, Casey. When somebody wins, even with collect away or collect direct or whatever it is, we always want to make sure we get our winner what they want. Because if I won something and I was too busy to answer an email or it went in my spam, it's not fair that person don't get something that's that iconic because they really want that card. Because that's a card that not a lot of people. I know Don Carson, he's a big Patrick Mahomes fan. And when he was at my house, I gave him one of them cards, and that's one of those cards that everybody wants. And just because I have 1,000 of them, don't mean they're easy to get. They're very hard to get,
Oh yeah.
So,
Yeah.
like I said, Casey, one more thing before you leave. Where do you see Collect Away going in the next 60 days with what we've already done and with what we're doing? Now, you said there's 11,000 quality super leads that we've already pulled out of this with everything. Where do you see this in 60 days? And then where do you see it connecting into the Collect Direct? Like, that's why we always started this, because Don said, get eyeballs on, we need to get eyeballs in front of the system. So where do you see this in 60 days before I let you go?
Yeah, great question, Dave. So here, when we sat down and we're strategizing about this, Dave, I said, Dave, the first thing, there's always going to be people in the marketplace that want to make money. And those people will always come in. They'll come in to Collect Direct anyhow. They'll see a great opportunity. They'll come in. They'll say, hey, this is pretty easy because I can share things that are, that I like or I can connect with people through. But I said, Dave, what if we could find actually people that are passionate about collecting? They actually love collectibles. Because I don't think that you can fake the passion or the excitement, and that naturally comes through when people are talking to one another, right? And so that's where the excitement comes from. So I said, hey, what I want to do is I want to go into market and I want 100,000, I want 1 million people to raise their hand and say I'm a collector. And then guess what we're going to do? We'll find out who wants to make money after we identify who those people are. And so that was the strategy. Where do we go from here? We got 11,000 in the first 60 days. Dave, in the next 90 days, we're going to go up to 30, 40, 50,000 people, and that list is going to continue to grow. We're going to start monetizing that list. Hey, these people have all raised their hand and said, I'm a collector. And now we're going to say, hey, who we're going to start putting the opportunity out there. Who actually wants to come in, and we're going to start introducing them to Collect Direct. Who wants to come in and actually make money with us and share their passion and what they love to do with the world. So that's where we're at. Over the next 60, 90 days, it's going to skyrocket. If we did this in the first 60 days, not being live and not being able to showcase all the product, can you imagine what's going to happen in the next 90 days? It's going to be awesome.
All right, buddy. Well, hey, I don't want to hold you from your boy. Make sure he gets a hat trick today, or his 3 points, and keep him out of the penalty box. But the penalty box is what's going to get him in the NHL. That's what they look for. Power defenseman that ain't going to be a wimp. That's what's going to get him in the NHL. Case, you're busy, man. Thanks for taking time out. And Lambeau's one of my favorite places, man. I've been in the stadium one time. In the Ghost, it's like Yankee Stadium before they tore it down. You feel Lombardi in the stadium. I have his autograph. It will be on Collect Direct and Collect Away. And like I said, bro, I appreciate you jumping on. I'm going to give him a few more updates, but you get back to your family and tell your boy good luck. Go Gage.
Thanks, guys. Thanks,
Good
everyone.
luck, Casey.
Great seeing you.
Later, buddy. So, guys, there it is. I come on here, and I thought we had a million hits on these videos and clicks. He says we got 2 million. See, he runs the back end. I don't know anything about that. That's what he does. And all I look at is where we're going to be in 60 days, where we're going to be in 90 days, where we're going to be in 120 days. Well, I can tell you this. Some very big people are looking at what we're doing. Some very big people are looking at what I'm doing. And they're very interested in the entire concept. They're very interested in how we're going about it. And it all stems down to one thing, real simple. Don Carson said it a long time ago. We have to find a way to get eyeballs on this incredible opportunity. Well, I believe, Casey, I believe we found a way. I believe Casey, the way he markets and the way he's done it in the past, it's what it is. It's a solid opportunity, a solid deal for everybody. And guys, all I can tell you is that knowing where I'm going with this and knowing where I'm going with where we're going, it's going to be incredible. But guys, first thing I want to do now before I move on is I just want to congratulate a few people. And I want to have a little shout out to a couple of the people that in my book are doing this company the way I would do it if I was a distributor. So last week I'm on Facebook. I saw Debbie Primo and Shali, her husband, at a trade show, and they're set up and they got the figurines and they got Star Trek and they got all these stand-up figures and they got all these collectibles out on the table and they got all these postcards laid out. And guys, that's what I would be doing if I was a distributor and collect. If I was a distributor and collect direct, that's what I'd be doing. I sure as heck wouldn't be waiting for Dave Jordan to take 12,000 leads or 30,000 leads and hand them out to the field, because it's the Debbie Primos that are going to get those leads. It's the people that are here right now harvesting to get to that point that are going to actually reap those rewards. And, you know, Gary Kaiser's 2 weeks ago was at the Final Four handing out postcards in a booth in Arizona where he handed out, I can't even tell you how many postcards he handed out. And get this, guys, 3 days ago, he sends me an email from Detroit. He's in the front door of the walk-in at the NFL draft. And I didn't even send any postcards with him. I could have had him have 5,000 postcards out there. And so what I'm saying to you is there's ways out there that people are looking at this. David Shepard's in Detroit. And what he's doing is he's out there doing bulletin boards and grocery stores and bars, truck stops over in Detroit, Michigan, where there's a lot of traffic. And he's a trucker, so he's all over the place. And like I said, the NFL draft was just held there in the last couple of days. So, you know, these people, they're out there and they're doing things the way you're supposed to do them. And guys, if people are interested in Collect Direct, and like Don Carson always says, you got to get in front of them first to get their interest. And that's what they're doing. And so congratulations to the people out there that are doing that and the people that out there that are making that happen. And all I can say is Casey, come on. I just wanted him to give you guys a little bit of words of wisdom. And Terry, I'm going to say a few more things, but why don't we go to you real quick? And then you could give away 5 little gifts like we do every Saturday, or, you know, to get 5 lucky winners. And yes, we're going to always find who won, even if it's a $3,000 Patrick Mahomes or whatever it is, we're always going to try to get the winner to win. And that's the best part about it. So with that, Terry, you and Ben, get us some winners and I'll jot them down so we make sure Chelsea's got them. And then we're going to get back to the call here and we're going to talk a little bit more about Nancy being a lobster for vacation and us rocking and rolling with the future. So it's going to be exciting. So go ahead, Terry.
So I'm super excited. I love to give away your stuff. I've always loved to give away your stuff, and I'm happy to give away 5 really awesome gifts today. So Ben, you have the numbers. Winner number 1 is, Ben, is this participant number 13 is Dawn?
Yep.
Okay, and let me open my chat. Winner number 2 is Diane Sammons, Samons. Winner number 3 is Jeff Turner. Winner number 4 is Kathy. Do you have a last name for Kathy, or does it just say Kathy? Ben?
Sorry, I was pulling the last one. I do not. I only have the name that they're registered under, but we do have the emails that they had sent.
Maybe hopefully there's just one Kathy with a K, not a C, and not a funny Kathy's can be CATHYIE. So hopefully there's only one Kathy with a K. And then who is lucky winner number 5, Ben? Oh, the suspense. Winner number 5 is Paul Pelly. So all of you, please send a message to support@collectdirect.com that you are one of the lucky winners today. And we want to congratulate all of you. I'm sure Dave's going to have some fantastic free gifts coming your way. Dave, back to you.
No, Terry, awesome. And here, I know you're a Pittsburgh fan. Look at this one, Terry. How old were you? 1959. There's the great Roberto Clemente. This one's graded. It's the original 59.
I can tell you where I was when he died, but I don't know where I was when.
Well, you said your dad used to take you to the games when you were 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 11, 15. That's where I became a Cubs fan, man, when I was 10 years old. You know, it was crazy. But anyway, this is awesome. Sports is awesome. And the reason I showed you this Clemente, Terry, is because even you're a sports fan. I mean, you're
Are you sending that to me, Dave? Are you sending that to me? You're telling everybody, you're showing it to me, and you're telling everybody on this Zoom.
I will. I showed that. I will put that in the mail to you. I will.
Thank you.
Put that on your desk. That's a 1959. I think that's his MVP year. I'll send that to you in the mail, so you'll have a nice Roberto on your.
Thank you. Perfect. Thank you.
Anyway, so Nance, any words you want to say here before we lock her down?
I'm just so excited. When Don and I were in Mexico, I actually kind of had to put an anchor on his butt because he was doing all his belly to belly stuff. And I'm going, hey, whoa, make sure you preface it that we're not ready for Mexico yet. I'm going, we're ready. And everybody knows somebody, so you don't need to hold yourself back. But you gotta tell everyone you meet Mexico. So we were having lots of fun, and this business is something that's so easy to talk about, people. Like when you ask somebody, do you collect anything, or do you know anyone that collects anything? That's as easy as the conversation is. And there's no pushback there. Nobody's like, what are you trying to sell me? Because this isn't a, what are you trying to sell me? This is a redirect your eyes to find something that you're already looking for. So it's just such an amazing business and such an incredible opportunity, especially for people that genuinely are collectors. Like Casey said, 2 million people, 11,000 people put their hands up. I can tell you that I have navigated, I am a shopper. I have navigated all kinds of different platforms. And the fact that a shopper engages with you means that they are truly interested. And so I'm just really stoked about what the future holds for us. I know Casey was talking about the next 90 days. I'm really excited about the winners that won today. Boots on the ground, back at home. Don's doing a radio live platform today, or else he would have been here. We are so stoked about what we're doing here at Collect Direct. We're very excited about what's going on with Collect Away and how that will superpower us forward. And I'm just really, really grateful for being here today, Dave, and excited about everything that you shared with everybody. And I can't wait until Wednesday.
Yeah. So I just had seen a couple of questions down there, and a guy, one of them said, you know, where's the vault at? Well, we're working on that. See, here's the thing. It's being integrated right now with the software to be able to work with Collect Away to Collect Direct. Right now, I think we're loading today. I think we're loading 6,000 or 7,000 more items like this Roberto Clemente onto the vault today. They're all getting loaded out at the same time. Then I go down the line and price them and put them in. And so that's all being done now. The integration of the vault to Collect Direct is being done. But people, you got to understand, it's not an easy thing to tie it into the compensation plan and have it work. Like, it takes time. And right now, the Collect Away has been roaring. We haven't even opened it up for sales where people can go on, click it, check it out, see what they want to look at, see what they want to share with. But everything is going to where I want it to go, the way I want to go. Because I said, I would rather have it take a little more time than have it come out wrong like we did 8 months ago with the software that we had to keep switching around and doing this and that. Everything is moving forward. And I would have had Casey on longer, but his boys, they're dropping the puck in like 20 minutes. And I think he's got to drive across the street. So, and that's the thing. But Nance, like I said, you know, I like where we're at. I like where we're going. And I love the fact that the vault is up. People are looking. When you get 2 million clicks in 60 days, something about that, you know? And like Casey said, anybody can do that. Anybody can go out there and get exposure. Anybody can go out there and get excitement. Anybody can go out there and make a video. Anybody can go out there and do what they want. As long as they follow the rules of what we have as a company, I'm fine with it. Like somebody said to me the other day, hey, Dave, I thought we weren't allowed to sell Collect Direct cards on eBay. I said, well, they can sell them on eBay as long as it's in our rules. There's cards that are in our Collect Direct cards that are graded as a custom card, which we don't want to have sold anywhere else, but as a collectible custom card. Somebody sold a Mickey Mantle, a rookie reprint of a reprinted card that's cased up by our company for $125 on eBay 3 days ago. And another person sold a Mickey Mantle for like $120 3 days before that one of the same card. So, you know, it's okay to do that. It's okay. But when you list it on eBay, it's not the authentic real Mickey Mantle. It says right on the case, 52 iconic Mickey Mantle reprint. and somebody paid $125 for that card, which somebody bought for $29.98. So the thing is, Nance, there's value. There's a lot of things that we're doing, and it's just going to be another little bit to get to. I mean, I look at the people that are looking at this, people that are calling me, the people that are looking at what we've already created. And I've gotten some calls from some pretty big people, and they're excited about it. They're looking at it and they're saying, well, you know what? There's certain people, Nance, when we get this software clicked in, it's going to go to the moon. And that's where I'm looking at this. And we already know that it works. We already know that people are clicking. We already know people are watching. But like I said, great question when, you know, the vault, going to the vault and doing this and doing that. But with that, we're at exactly 30 minutes after. So with that, Nance, we'll say goodbye till next weekend. Now, next week I'm out of pocket, Terry. So either you, Nancy, or Jackie, we're going to have one of the gals on that's going to do a knockout job. And because then I'll be back the following Saturday. So with that, guys, thank you for taking the time this Saturday. And Casey, thank you for getting away from your family for a bit. And Nance, thanks for hosting. And Terry, thanks for hosting. Guys, get rid of the lobster, Nance, and we'll talk to you guys later.
Just me with a glow. This is just me with a glow.
Yeah, you got it.
Have a good weekend, everybody.
Thanks, guys.